Hello, I'm Jamila Musayeva, an international etiquette consultant and author of etiquette books. If you're interested in learning more in depth about etiquette, you can buy my etiquette books as well as join my online Western formal dining etiquette. Both of them are available on my website. The links are down in the description box below. And if you're someone who wants to get even more in depth about etiquette, I encourage you to join my Patreon Etiquette Movie Club, where every month I publish etiquette lessons learned from various movies. So far, I've done over 20 different movie analysis, and by joining it now, you can have access to all the movie analysis and reviews right now. You can also join my book club, where every month I publish summaries of the books that I'm reading, and those are mostly from self-help genre. So if you're someone who is interested in improving the quality of your life and self-developing, then I welcome you in my Patreon community club. In this video, I'll show you how to elegantly and gracefully handle your accessories, in particular your sunglasses, your gloves, your clutch or little bag, as well as your coat. So make sure to watch this video until the very end, because I'll be showing you how to handle them correctly. But before we get started with today's video, I would like to thank Vivi, which is a sustainable footwear brand that has already been covered in Vogue and Insta and is so much loved by celebrities like Katie Holmes and Selena Gomez. I personally fell in love with this footwear because when I first saw their shoes, I realized this is the brand that is focused on sustainability, elegance, femininity, and comfort. Oftentimes when you're looking for shoes, you have to either compromise on the elegance or you have to compromise on the comfort. But this shoe brand has really perfectly combined the best of both worlds. The ones that I'm currently wearing for this video are Julie Pro heels. All of their shoes have upgraded insoles that make it super comfortable for you to wear throughout the whole day without really compromising on the grace that the heels brings to your foot. So I love these heels. I wear them pretty much on an everyday basis. I wear them for all kind of formal meetings that I have because it still looks very formal, but it's super comfortable like any sneaker shoe would be. I also got Margot ballet flats in navy color, and I love them. You've probably seen already me wearing them in some of my Instagram posts. And the ankle boots that I got are called Melissa. They are super stretchy and very easy to put on. And what I love about this ankle boots, because my ankles are quite thin, it's oftentimes difficult to find an ankle boot that will wrap them up. And this one is really perfect on my ankles, but also it's great for anyone who has larger ankles and is struggling with finding the right kind of an ankle boot, because oftentimes they're made in certain measurements. It's really hard to find the pair that works for your foot. These Melissa ones are great because they can fit pretty much any foot. So let's get started with the first accessory that I'm going to explain to you, and those are sunglasses. This is the most common asked question among my followers as to what do I do with the sunglasses and when I'm supposed to take them off and when I'm allowed to wear them. So obviously we all know that sunglasses are there to protect your eyes from the sun. So you would be wearing them outdoors. Say there's a picnic party, there's a birthday outdoors, whatever it is the occasion, a tennis match you're watching, you are allowed obviously to put your sunglasses on and keep them on. However, if you are outdoors and you're being introduced to someone, you have to handshake someone, you're greeting someone, especially if this someone is you're meeting for the very first time, you have to make sure that you take off your sunglasses for even a brief amount of time to make this direct eye contact with the person you're being introduced to, you're greeting, you're handshaking. Once you have finished greeting the person, handshaking the person, you can put the sunglasses back onto your eyes. The only time when you are allowed not to take your sunglasses off, if you are, say, outdoors or indoors, is if you have a medical condition. Say you have an allergy to the sun, or maybe you've done an operation on your eyes and you really have to keep them on. But when you keep them on, make sure to let the person know that you will be keeping them on. So say, excuse me, I'll have to have my sunglasses on due to an operation I've recently had, or something that will make the person know that you're not being rude and disrespectful and avoiding that eye contact, but it's because you can't take them off due to a medical condition. So knowing that when handshaking, greeting, meeting someone, and when you're indoors, the sunglasses should be out. Some of the celebrities like Anna Wintour, editor-in-chief of Vogue, she has been seen to be wearing sunglasses everywhere, even indoors in all those fashion shows. And the reason I think she's doing it is to protect her in a way to not give away her reaction, because your eyes can tell a lot about you or what you're feeling, even though you might mask it in your words. So maybe she's trying to hide her maybe astonishment, surprise, or fascination, and so she's wearing the sunglasses. I don't know what the reason is, but you can really note how awkward it looks when no one else is wearing sunglasses and she's the only person that's wearing it. So if you want to show respect, you have to take the sunglasses off once you've walked indoors. So once you have taken your sunglasses off, what do you do with them? If you have a bag, the best thing to do is take your sunglasses off, put them in the special sunglass case. Make sure you get the one that's super soft and is easy to carry around, not too heavy, and can pretty much fit into any bag. So make sure you put your sunglasses in a sunglass case and then put it into your bag to avoid scratches on the glass itself. But say if you're outdoors, you don't have a bag, you're at a picnic party and you have sunglasses, and all of a sudden you realize the sun is already going down, you don't need your sunglasses. So what do you do with them? The best way is to take them off, and for women and men, you can place your sunglasses somewhere on your shirt in the middle. It of course doesn't look very graceful, but if this is the case, it's the only second best option after putting it back into your bag, is to placing it somewhere on your shirt. It is definitely not nice for men, especially, to put their sunglasses on their head like a headband. It definitely doesn't look nice. But also for women, you would only do it, say, if you're by the seaside or if you are at a picnic party, and you can put your sunglasses up on your head, almost creating this headband look. But this is the last option that you have. So if you were to make the choice between putting it on your shirt and on your head, it's best to put it on your shirt rather than on your head. So these are the things that you could do with your sunglasses, but make sure to protect the glass and keep it scratch free, because once the sunglass has a scratch on it, no matter how expensive it is, it won't look good on you. With the fashion, society, culture changing and evolving, so do the etiquette rules. Back in the days, it wasn't possible to see any of the royal family members wear their sunglasses on their head as a headband, whereas the modern royal family members, the Europeans one, have been noticed to be wearing their sunglasses on their head. So again, etiquette is something that is adapting to the culture and the society we're living in. If someone tells me that the etiquette is archaic, all these rules are old-fashioned, there are not. Some rules die out and others stay with us to make our lives easier. Next accessory I'll be talking about are gloves. Unfortunately, there are less and less women that I see wearing gloves, but I think gloves are such a beautiful part of the entire attire and look. They can really elevate the entire look. If you say wearing a coat without gloves and then instantly you put on gloves, your look immediately becomes much more elegant. Different gloves are for different occasions. There are leather gloves, there are wool gloves, there are silk gloves, and the shorter gloves usually are the ones that are meant to be worn for cocktail parties. However, if you're going for a formal event, the more formal the event, the longer should be the glove. So usually above the elbow. You'll notice that some brides opt to wear beautiful silk gloves and above the elbow. And there were pictures from the Jordanian royal wedding recently, and there were beautiful bride of Crown Prince Hussein. She wore really beautiful silk white gloves above her elbow, and I think that elevated her entire look. So white color, off-white, beige, ivory color gloves are opera gloves, and they're meant to be worn for, say, a gala dinner, a white tie event, or a beautiful fancy opera. So these are the kind of colors that you would reserve for these occasions. However, black also looks very elegant and could be worn on a daily basis. If we're talking about black leather, say, or black wool gloves, again, depends on the occasion that you are attending. If gloves are a part of your formal attire, they make up your entire look. You're not supposed to take them out even if you're indoors for handshake, greetings, introductions. The only time you're asked or you're supposed to take them off is when you are eating at the table. So before you sit down or when you have seated down already, make sure to take off your gloves, place them on your lap, and then cover them with a napkin, even if they make up part of your formal attire. However, for men, you are supposed to take your gloves out, or at least one of the gloves out, when you are handshaking. So say you're outdoors meeting someone, you have a leather glove on, you'll take off the right one. If you're right-handed and you're shaking hands with the right hand, then you'll take it off, hold it in your left hand, and handshake with your right hand. This is also applicable for women in business world. So in business etiquette, if you're meeting and greeting someone for the very first time, you're encouraged to take off your glove, especially if this is not a glove that is part of your formal attire. So say you're wearing leather gloves, you're outdoors, you're meeting someone, you should take off the right glove, put it in your left hand, handshake, and then you can put the glove back on. Ladies, if you are wearing silk gloves that are part of your formal attire that embellish your entire look, there is no need to put rings on top of your silk gloves. Take a look at the picture of Princess Rajwa at her wedding wearing beautiful silk white gloves that are above the elbow. She's not wearing any rings on top of it. You are not allowed to wear rings on top of your silk gloves or leather gloves or any gloves per se. You can wear them underneath, but again, if this is a silky glove that is going to be fitting to your hand, there is no need for you to wear rings. Also, you can wear a bracelet on top of your silk glove, but it's not recommended because, again, the gloves themselves are by themselves beautiful accessories. They can elevate any look, so there is no need to overwhelm your hand with gloves and a bracelet. Again, it's a matter of personal choice, but if you want to look elegant and feminine yet simple, I would encourage you to stay away from your rings and your bracelets if you have opted for beautiful silk gloves. If this is a fall or winter season and you happen to be wearing leather gloves, what do you do with them when you are going on a date or meeting someone for a business lunch? What you have to do is leave your gloves together with your coat at the cloakroom. Say if this is a date and you have a small clutch, there's no space for your leather gloves in it, you'd leave them in a pocket of your coat or together with your coat at the cloakroom. But say if this is a daytime business lunch, you happen to have a big bag with you or even a smaller bag but you have handles on the back, you can actually invest into this little piece of thing that I find very useful but also very cute. It's called a glove clip. This one that I have is by Hermes. All you have to do is wrap your leather gloves around that glove clip and then hang it on your bag. That way you don't have to always look through your bag to reach out for the gloves. They'll be hanging on your bag, available and accessible to you. You just reach out to them, take them, and that little clip looks beautiful in your bag. The next accessory I'll be looking at is a clutch or an evening bag. If the bag has handles, then you'll be holding it in your left hand by the handles, so your right hand, if you're right-handed, is available for greeting, handshakes, waving, holding a glass of drink that you might be offered. This is the safest and the most elegant way to wear your handbag if it has handles. Usually evening bags do not come with handles, they're usually in the form of a clutch. And how would you be handling a clutch? Again, you can hold it in your left hand and again freeing your right hand for all the things that you might need to do with your right hand. The clutch will be facing downwards or by the side, vertically or horizontally on your left hand side. The second most commonly used technique of holding a clutch bag is placing it in front of you and holding it with your both hands. This technique is actually often used by a lot of members of the royal family and first ladies. This is very good when you are unsure what to do with both of your hands or one of your hand that is remaining there or is free. So this is a technique that occupies both of your hands, allows you to balance yourself, and also looks like you are very proper and very ready to just walk out and conquer the world. I find this method very feminine, and this is the one that I often use when walking somewhere, especially when I don't have to handshake someone or I don't want to handshake someone. And if I'm not drinking anything, then I'll hold the clutch in front of me, occupying both of my hands. So say you are at a reception, you have a clutch bag and someone is playing beautifully piano or a singer is singing, someone is performing and you need to clap. What do you do with your clutch? You will place it in your left hand side, so you'll place it in between your elbow and your lower rib cage and gently just tuck it in and hold it in between your rib cage and your arm. Therefore, being able to clap, most of us are right-handed, so we exert the force mostly with our right hand on the left hand, therefore freely moving the right hand to clap. If, say, you are going to an informal event and you have a handbag with handles, you don't have to place it there. You can just place it all over your forearm like that, place the bag like this, and clap easily. And the final accessory we'll be looking at for today's video, how to elegantly take off your coat. First, unbutton the coat from top downwards, then gently lift up the shoulder and drop the coat to slide on your back. Meanwhile, bring your right hand over your left hand and pull the left arm of the coat towards the right one. Pull both arms of the coat and put them aligned together. Fold the coat in half and let it rest on your right arm by your side. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end. I hope that you learned and enjoyed this video thoroughly. If you have any more comments or questions or video suggestions for me, write down in the comment section below. I read all of your comments myself and I love reading your feedback. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button if you liked this video. And if you haven't been following me on Instagram, make sure that you do and we'll connect there too. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!